Good morning! Welcome to my channel, or as the case may be, welcome back. My name is Michelle, and here I like to share the joy of making cool stuff in all kinds of different crafts. In October so far, you may know I've spent a lot of time crafting tiny ghosts to take part in an event called the Great British Ghost Hunt. Crafters all over the country hiding their spooky little creations and just bringing a bit of Halloween cheer to people who find them. I have a lot to do this week before a couple of friends land here on Friday to help us go out and hide all of the ghosts. So since I'm exhausted from staying up all last night to try and get that needle felted ghost video finished, I thought it'd be nice to just bring you with me and show you what it's like to prep for an event like this. So let's get going. Alright, so these are the needle felted ghosts from, well, I'm still going to call it last week's video, but you know what I mean. Ignore all of the craft supplies down there and the fact that they're hanging randomly on a tree. This will all make sense if you watch the needle felting video. Apart from those, I also have resin ghosts, which I may be able to drill little holes in those and turn them into hanging ornaments. I don't know, we'll see. Otherwise, my plan was to glue magnets to them maybe, or I don't know. I'll figure something out. One thing I do want to get done this week is make at least a few of these key rings. My plan there is to cross-stitch a few glow-in-the-dark ghosts, and those will be ready to go. On top of all that, we have these 4 chunky ghost dice, designed and made entirely in-house with our totally unnecessary dice making setup that we just randomly decided to have during lockdown, because everyone's gone slightly crazy, right? It's not just us. Alright, so I've got a fair bit to do before Friday. The to-do list looks a little bit like this. Decide what's happening with the resin ghosts. Am I drilling holes in them? Am I adding magnets? Do I need to put another load of them on today because they would need to cure by Friday? Add ribbons to the felted ghosts that don't have one yet and won't stand up on their own. Try and stitch up as many of the glow-in-the-dark cross-stitch key rings as I possibly can. I need to think about packaging. We need some cards designed and printed to go with each ghost just to explain what they are and give all the details of the ghost hunt and hashtags, and also each ghost should probably have an ID so we can keep track of which ones have been found and reported in the groups. Test the little LED light that should be arriving either today or tomorrow, I think, at some point. Hopefully that's gonna give me a little bit of a better lighting situation for filming, which will be good, so maybe this video gets a lot better suddenly halfway through. We'll have to see. Also find the selfie stick. Also charge up all of the power banks. Also, tidy the entire house, because we've not had people over for like close to 2 years at this point, and we've got these people staying on Friday to do the ghost hunt with us. So it's fair to say around here we've reverted to a state of what you might call ruination, and it needs sorting out. Oh, and I have to also make this video somehow. It's fine. Everything is fine. No stress here. If there's one thing I know about terrifyingly long to-do lists, it's that getting one easy thing done gets the ball rolling. So, attaching ribbons to the felted ghosts seems like low-hanging fruit. My new light is here! Oh yay! It's one of those dodgy Amazon brands that looks like the name was probably auto-generated, but it should do the trick and it was pretty cheap. Off. On. Oh, that really does make a big difference, doesn't it? New toys! Of course, one of my most important tasks on a Tuesday as a fantasy football commissioner is to create a trash-talking weekly newsletter, so I definitely can't skip this. They love it, really. I'm just doing a spot of postcard design in Photoshop, and then I think I'm just going to try and knock off for the rest of the day. I'm exhausted from all of that video work last night, and I got a lot to do this week, so I need to actually get some rest. Okay, it is now Wednesday morning, and like you might have gathered, I did fall asleep quite early last night. On the bright side, I did manage to do a test run of our new cards for the ghost hunt. Today I really definitely need to make good progress on the resin ghosts and drilling little holes in them if possible. I need to make a start on cross-stitching the glow-in-the-dark keyrings, and I'll see how many of them I can get packaged up. First things first though, this morning I need to wake up properly before I do anything else. So I'm going to catch up on a few YouTube videos I've missed from the last week and drink a bit of tea, and hopefully I will be feeling a bit more ready to face the day shortly. Okay, I am slightly more awake. I managed to crochet a cup cozy for the Etsy pile. And now I'm gonna give these ghosts a look. I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing at all, so I'm just gonna have a play around and kind of see if I can figure it out. Wish me luck. Okay, I've given it a little go, and basically all I've managed to do is put a little white dot on it. So like, it kind of has worked, but it's also kind of not, and I don't really know if I'm doing this right at all. But let's continue and hope it does something. It does actually work, and it took 2 minutes to drill through, which is not bad at all. So I'm gonna go and hunt to see if I have anything to use as string. Okay, a little bit of a Hail Mary, but my grandma recently donated a load of bags of just random sewing notions. So that could be a goer. What else have we got here? Whoa, okay, this is some sparkly thread. Almost fitting for glow-in-the-dark ghosts, you might say. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this. It's actually fairly thin, and it's a little bit stretchy, and it kind of feels like if I yank on it too hard it will snap. So this is an interesting colour. It might not be perfect for what we're doing right now, but I'm sure I can find a use for it. Oh, okay, I'm really glad I didn't just push my fingers in here to find out what's in there, because it's a bag of potentially rusty old safety pins. Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick test of the packaging with these ghost dice, just to make sure I've got everything I need and I haven't forgotten anything. So, I've got my cards to cut out. I've got these plastic bags. Now, I know, right, leaving things around in plastic bags is kind of controversial, and I didn't want to do plastic, but on the other hand, we're in England and it's October and it's almost certainly going to rain, and anything we put out there will get ruined. So I've found these biodegradable plastic bags, which I think is probably about the best I can do. Yeah, I tried, but nobody wants to pick up a ghost and take it home if it's a soggy, mouldy mess. I do have twine for if we end up hanging some of the bags from trees and other things rather than actually putting them on the floor. And before we go out, I'm going to hole punch a hole in the corner of each of the bags ready to hang up. So we can either just use the bags as is and nestle them somewhere, or we can thread a bit of twine through, which I will pre-cut and take with us. And then, yeah, we've got everything if we want to hang them up. we're looking good, I think. Everything fits fine into the bags. Sorry about the crackle there. So these are self-sealing bags, so once we've got the IDs and everything sorted out, I fold them down like that and seal them. And I think what I'm going to have to do is wait until they're sealed before I hole punch them, so that I can make sure that's above the seal and it's not access for water to get in there if it does rain. I've just mocked them up, putting the ghost forward, because most of the ghosts we're making, it's kind of obvious what they are, but if you get presented with just a random giant D20, it is a little less obvious. So I just want to make sure the ghost is facing forward. Oh, these look awesome. This is gonna be so cool. Good morning. It is now Thursday, i.e. the day before all of the ghost hunt things need to be done. So, I have a lot to do today, but I'm going to start off with an easy morning activity as usual. I printed out and cut out a fair few of these cards last night while we were playing Outer Wilds, and I have a fair few more still to go, so I'm just going to watch a couple videos, cut these out, sip some tea until I'm fully awake, and then we'll see what's what. I still need to cross-stitch the keyrings, and I still need to finish drilling holes in all of the resin ghosts, and I still haven't actually decided what colour I'm painting their faces, so that really needs to be done. And then, actually, I should probably upload the design for these into the Facebook group, because some other people might need them as well. I think we might be tentatively kind of on track. Okay, well, I'm gonna get these cut out and then we'll see what's next. Right, so these are done and ready to go in packaging. But of course I do actually need some ghosts to go into the packaging as well. So I think what I'm going to do now is focus on the resin ghosts, because to be honest, I've kind of been putting that one off because I'm dreading it. The cross-stitch keyrings I'm quite looking forward to, and I feel like I can just relax in my little couch hole and get on with that later, all cozy. So I should do the thing that I'm dreading first. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with that, and hopefully it won't take too long. We'll see. Oh, and before I start on that, I just want to show you this cool dice set that I assume Dave demolded this morning in secret while I was still asleep, because I haven't actually seen them before, but oh, they haven't been sanded or inked yet, so you know. But look, let's see if I can get it to focus. I've paint all over myself, don't judge. See, it has little cog inserts. We've been working on trying to get a set working with a kind of oil effect and the cogs, and I guess we had some cogs left over and he's gone for this. I don't even know how to describe it, but it is very cool. It's sort of orangey red and black and cogs, and oh yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, it turns out that's a nightmare, and I was right to dread it. And look, I already have an injury. But it's because I can't use this as it's meant to be used. I can't just hold it and turn the thing. I'm not strong enough, so I have to like properly dig it in, and yeah. On the bright side, it is making nice, neat little holes. Don't know if you'll be able to see. But it's working a treat. It's just a question of, can I keep going? Also, it's starting to worry me that I don't really know what colour to do their faces. I don't know, I mean, what do you think? Why am I even asking you? It's not like you can reply in time. Oh, but Instagram can reply in time. Okay, be right back. Okay, yes, I've washed my hair. My hair is wet. Let's just ignore that part. So, we found a drill that we didn't think actually worked, but it turns out it does. It just doesn't hold a charge. So, new plan with the ghosts is to charge that drill up, see if we can fashion a way for the tiny drill bit to attach to it, and hopefully use that so that I can injure myself a little bit less. If it doesn't work, we'll just have to go back to the manual way, but I'll get him to help me after work because he's stronger than me. I am very weak. So either way, they will get done. It just might involve a few blisters. In the meantime, I think I'm going to take a look at the cross-stitch keyrings and just see if I can make a start on those. I haven't really investigated that set that I bought yet. It was very cheap and I expect not very good quality at all. Fingers crossed, it'll be fine for our purposes. Oh, each one... Right, they came in this plastic bag, but then each one is also in its own plastic bag. This seems like a lot of unnecessary plastic bags. Although, these ones should be resealable, so I dare say I can find a purpose for those. Okay, so, right, that is scratched to heck. That one seems to be already mostly in. I hope I can get that back out. Okay, there we go. I managed to coax that one out. So, also scratched, not quite as badly as the first one. Yeah, okay, every single one of these is extremely scratched. Brilliant. Well, another resounding success there. I'll do one and see how it looks and see if it seems worth doing the rest. That's the drilling board now.
That's the drilling board. Slightly off centre.
Oh, all of mine are off centre, I wouldn't worry.
Right, next.
Ah, it's great. That's so much easier. I wish I'd known this was an option earlier. So, see if I can give you a view of this. This is a pretty cool technique. We use this for inking our dice. Basically, you just wab paint all over the area you want and then wipe it off with your fingers. Still wet, you can just tidy it up and there you go, it's in all of the detail. I have of course realised now that I need to paint the faces before adding the chords, just in case it gets in the way, because normally I would swipe up, but I had to swipe down this time, which smeared it all over him, so it just made it take a few seconds more, but no biggie. He's beautiful. I'm happy. Good morning. It's now Friday, day off. I apologise if you can hear a small child gallivanting in the background. That is a next door thing. Yeah, I got my tea. I'm about to wake up. You may have noticed a theme this week where I keep saying that I need to wake up before I do anything. And just to prove that point right, I have just tried to look in the microwave for the tea bags. What is that all about? So, okay, so I'm straight on with it this morning. I'm going to finish tying the cords onto those resin ghosts that I painted last night. And then I have a couple more of these little boys to do. And then I'm done, I think. I just need to get everything packaged up, but everything is prepared. I just need to physically put it in the bags, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then this afternoon, I can spend actually editing this video and getting ready for friends coming around. Right, we are done. I've got the keyrings here. Not a brilliant quality set that I bought there. Some of them took a bit of finagling to get to fit. One of them I had to scrape off a little bit of the width of the back panel with a Stanley knife because it was just plain too wide to fit the hole. But I got them together in the end and they will do. I got all my little needle felt boys, including the guy who has seen some things, apparently. Sebastian isn't going with this lot, but he's just keeping an eye on things. We've got Dev's ghost dice. I really don't know what people are going to make of those, but hey, it's something a little bit different, isn't it? And of course, all of these resin boys. So that's everything. All that I have to do now is get them numbered and packaged up. Ta-da! First one all packaged up. There we go. How cute! Right, here we go. Got everything bagged up, with the exception of the ghost dice, because those are Dev's and I'm just not sure if he wants to do something different with the packaging. I got my resin boys, my keyring boys, and my felt boys, all ready to go. Got a few spare bags because the friends who are coming around are bringing some crochet and sewn plushie ghosts with them. So between us all, we should have a fair few. Alright, so it's most things bagged up and friends are on their way, so I am going to have to head off and get ready. I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully I have recorded enough to make it into some kind of coherent narrative in the editing, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. If you're taking part in the Great British Ghost Hunt, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. And don't forget to come back next week for part 2, where we actually hide the ghosts. Okay. I better go. I think the shopping is due. I'll see you next time. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Keep making cool stuff.